Have you ever wished your home could be one of those fresh, sparkling spaces you see in magazines? I used to dream about that too, and then feel defeated because no matter how much I cleaned, it was still a mess. But as it turns out, the secret isn't in cleaning more, but in a few small habits you do every day. You'll be surprised how just a few simple actions can transform your house into a place you always want to come back to: a tidy living room, a sparkling clean kitchen, and everything in its right place. Just try it for 1 week and you'll see that every morning when you wake up, you're living in your very own dream home. No hired help, no forcing yourself, just a few minutes a day to keep your home clean and beautiful, ready to take organization to the next level. Our next video gives you must-know tips for practical space utilization. Check it out right after this. Want to learn more of these small but mighty tricks to keep your house as tidy as a hotel? Don't miss the next tips. They're even easier and more effective than you think. Clutter rarely comes from one big purchase. It sneaks in little by little: new clothes, small gifts, extra stationery. To stop the quiet buildup, I follow the one-in, one-out rule. Every time something new enters the house, something else must leave. Buy a new pair of shoes. Donate or recycle an old pair. Receive a gift mug. Pass along another cup you rarely use. This simple rule forces thoughtful choices. I ask myself, do I really need this if I must let something else go? Over weeks and months, it keeps drawers from overflowing and closets from turning into storage caves. It also makes decluttering feel natural instead of dramatic, because the balance is maintained daily. I keep a small basket near the door labeled out where items ready to donate or sell can sit until my next errand. This habit not only protects space, but also encourages mindful consumption, reminding me that every object should earn its place in the home. And now, are you ready for another small shift that makes a big difference? Tomorrow, I'm sharing a video on how to make the most of your space to organize even the most chaotic areas. It's a simple layout trick that can make your whole home feel calmer. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Every night before I head to bed, I take a slow walk around the house, almost like tucking it in for the night. I fluff the pillows back onto the sofa, gather any stray cups or dishes left on the tables, and give the kitchen counters a quick wipe. It's nothing fancy, just 10 or 15 quiet minutes, but it makes such a difference. There's something soothing about this small routine. I might put on a soft playlist or a favorite podcast, letting the day's noise fade while I move from room to room. By the time I'm done, the house feels peaceful, and so do I. The best part comes in the morning. I wake up to clear counters and a living room that greets me like a clean, open page. No dishes staring at me, no crumbs waiting to invite ants, no frantic search for keys hidden under yesterday's mess. It sets the whole day off on the right note: calm, steady, welcoming. This little evening sweep isn't just about cleaning. It's a small act of care for myself. It's like whispering to tomorrow, I've got you covered. A quiet promise that when I wake, the world will feel just a bit lighter and kinder. If that little habit made you feel inspired, you're going to love what comes next, because it's one of those tricks that instantly makes your home feel calmer and more put together without adding any extra work to your day. A messy sink can make an entire kitchen feel chaotic, even if the rest of the house is perfectly tidy. For me, a few plates turn into a pile, and before I know it, I'm facing a mountain of dirty dishes. Leftover food hardens overnight, making everything a nightmare to scrub, and a stale smell starts to creep into the air. It's more than just a mess. It's a feeling of being completely overwhelmed, a feeling that stops me from even wanting to cook. I finally figured out a simple little habit that completely changed my life. Now every single night, no matter how tired I am, I make sure the sink is empty. It's a non-negotiable part of my day. If you have a dishwasher, just load it up and hit start before you go to bed. If you don't just do a quick hand wash, it only takes a few minutes, but it prevents the mess from ever turning into a monster. The best part: waking up to an empty, sparkling, clean sink. It's a visual sigh of relief. It's not just about a clean kitchen. It's a quiet sign that you're in control of your home. That little act of care gives me such a calm start to my morning, and it makes my entire home feel so much fresher and more welcoming. It's one of the simplest things I've done, but it's made the biggest difference. A quick wipe down of bathroom surfaces can make a huge difference in how your entire home feels. I used to let toothpaste splatter and water spots build up for days until the countertops looked grimy, and the mirror was so cloudy I could barely see my reflection. It was one of those small messes that just made the whole room feel gross, and it would always put me in a bad mood when I was trying to get ready in the morning. Now, my rule is simple: a quick reset every single day. I keep a microfiber cloth and a spray bottle of my favorite all-purpose cleaner right under the sink. Every evening, I take a minute or two to wipe down the counters, polish the faucets, and give the mirror a quick spray. It's not a deep clean, it's just a little bit of maintenance to keep everything fresh. This simple routine has been a game changer. By staying on top of the small stuff, I never have to face a truly daunting bathroom cleanup on the weekend. Instead, I get to start every day in a bright, clean space that feels calm and welcoming. It just proves that a little effort each day really goes a long way. Now let's move on to the next simple trick that keeps your home sparkling without extra effort. I've discovered a simple trick that has completely changed how I keep my home tidy. I clean while I wait. Instead of just staring at a pot of boiling water or scrolling on my phone while the washing machine runs, I use those dead moments to do something productive, folding laundry, washing dishes, wiping down the counter, or taking out the trash. At first, I just did it to keep from getting antsy, but I soon realized this was the secret to keeping my house neat without feeling overwhelmed. These small tasks don't take much time, just a few minutes. While waiting for a video call or for soup to simmer, I can tidy up a bookshelf or dust off a table. By the time the timer goes off, the kitchen is clean and the laundry is folded. That feeling of accomplishing two things at once makes me feel so much more relaxed and in control. Thanks to this habit, I no longer have to spend hours tidying up at the end of the day. My home is always neat and my mind feels at ease. For me, turning dead time into clean time isn't just a household trick, it's a form of self-care that keeps both my living space and my mind clear. I know you might be thinking, that sounds easy enough. But trust me, the next habit is even easier, and it quietly transforms your space into the kind of cozy, welcoming home you dream about. I used to have a bad habit of putting off small tasks, telling myself I'd do it later. But at the end of the day, I'd always feel overwhelmed by a messy house. After many times of getting frustrated with myself, I learned a simple principle, the 2-minute rule. It means if I see something that takes less than 2 minutes to do, like picking up a stray piece of paper, quickly wiping up a spill, or folding a towel in the bathroom, I do it right away without a second thought. At first I thought, what's 2 minutes going to do? But it's those exact small tasks that build up into a huge mess and make a deep clean feel so overwhelming. Now when I walk through the kitchen and see crumbs on the floor, I immediately sweep them up. When I finish washing my hands and see water spots on the mirror, I grab a paper towel and wipe it clean. Each action is just a moment, but altogether they keep the whole house neat and tidy without the need for an exhausting, total reset. It's amazing how a small rule can make such a big difference. I feel proactive and clear-headed, and I can truly relax in the evenings. For me, just 2 minutes is enough to create a peaceful and energetic living space. Don't stop now. The next tip is even easier and just as effective. I used to feel so defeated just looking at my entire house. Cleaning the living room, kitchen, and bedroom all at once sounded exhausting. Then I found a new strategy, the small zones approach. I started dividing each room into tiny sections about a square meter each, like the corner of my desk, a bookshelf, the shoe rack, or even just one drawer in the kitchen cabinet. Each day, I only focus on one zone. Today, it might be my workspace. Tomorrow, the spice rack. The day after, a drawer in my dresser. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes, but I do it thoroughly. I wipe it down, organize everything, and get rid of what I no longer need. There's no pressure and no race against the clock. After a week, I've gone through a whole cycle, and I just start over. Everything stays clean and never piles up into a massive chore. What I love most is that feeling of a small win every day. Finishing a zone makes me see the progress and it motivates me for the next day. My home always looks tidy, and I still have time to relax, read, and take care of myself. By tackling one small area at a time, I've realized that keeping a clean home doesn't require a lot of effort. It just takes consistency and a good plan. Imagine walking through your door and breathing in that clean, calm air. This next habit is my secret weapon for making that feeling a daily reality. I'm not a fan of dragging out a bunch of cleaning supplies for every little mess, so the 2-in-1 wipe down has become my saving grace. Before my busy day even starts, I make sure I have a spray bottle with diluted vinegar or a pack of antibacterial wipes ready in the kitchen and living room. It's such a simple thing, but it saves me so much time. As I'm just going about my day, I'll give the dining table a quick spritz and a wipe. While I'm at it, I can easily clean the doorknobs, light switches, or the front of the fridge. All those spots everyone touches, but are so easy to forget. It's a 2-for-1 deal, one quick motion, and I've both disinfected and polished the surface. On my busiest days, just 5 minutes of this is enough to keep my entire home feeling clean and fresh. What I love most is the feeling of being proactive. I don't have to wait for the weekend or do a major deep clean. Every corner of my house stays tidy. The gentle scent of vinegar makes me feel calm and at ease knowing my family is in a fresh, clean space. For me, this 2-in-1 secret isn't just about saving time. It's a small habit that nurtures a home that's always welcoming. Think of this as your gentle nudge to keep going. The next tip is the kind of thing that makes guests ask, "How do you keep your place so fresh?" And it only takes a few minutes. I've always believed that the smell of trash can instantly make a home feel less welcoming. Just a little bit of food waste in the kitchen or some scraps of paper in the office left overnight is enough to create an unpleasant odor and attract ants, roaches, or even rats. So I made a rule for myself. I take out the trash every single day, no matter what. Every evening before I turn off the lights, I do a quick round through the living room, bedrooms, and bathrooms, collecting all the small bins. Even if the kitchen trash bag isn't completely full, I still take it outside to keep the air inside the house fresh and prevent any bugs from showing up. It only takes a few minutes, but the difference is huge. When I wake up the next morning, the air feels clean and refreshing. This simple habit makes me feel lighter and more in control. My home is not just clean. It feels welcoming every time I walk through the door. For me, taking out the trash every day isn't a small chore. It's a way of taking care of myself and protecting the home I love. Now that we've tackled that quick win, let's slide into another tip that I swear by. It's simple, but the difference you'll see and smell around your house will honestly surprise you. I used to spend ages just picking up random stuff scattered all over the house, a coffee mug on my desk, a book on the sofa, a jacket hanging on the stair railing. Then I adopted my take-along rule, and everything changed. The principle is so simple. Every time I leave a room, I grab at least one item that doesn't belong there and put it back in its place. For example, when I leave the living room to go to the kitchen, I'll take a cup or a few dirty dishes with me. When I head upstairs to the bedroom, I'll carry a load of clean folded laundry. It's just one small action, but it saves countless future cleanups and keeps me from having a mountain of stuff to deal with at the end of the day. I love the feeling of lightness when every space stays tidy without having to launch a full-scale cleaning marathon. This little rule has even made my family more proactive. Everyone just naturally starts carrying things with them. As a result, our home is always neat and I get more time for the things I love. It's amazing how a tiny habit can make our home feel so warm and organized. You've just walked with me through 10 simple yet surprisingly powerful habits that have completely transformed the way I manage my home, from the one-in, one-out rule that keeps clutter from quietly piling up to my little nightly ritual of a gentle evening surface sweep, all the way to the take-along habit that keeps every room feeling organized without extra effort. These aren't just chores. They're small acts of care that make my house feel calm, welcoming, and truly mine. If you've ever dreamed of walking into a home that instantly feels lighter, fresher, and more organized, these little steps are exactly where to start. Even dedicating just a few minutes each day to a tidy sink, a wiped bathroom counter, or a quick zone of your living room can completely change the atmosphere and give you a sense of control and peace that carries through your entire day. For anyone who feels overwhelmed by the thought of decluttering an entire house, I promise it doesn't have to be dramatic or exhausting. Start with one habit or even one corner. The cumulative effect is huge. A home that looks cared for without needing hours of deep cleaning, and a mind that feels clearer because your space is calmer. I've also created a follow-up video showing how to declutter each area of your home step by step, so you can tackle closets, kitchen drawers, and desks without stress. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you deserve a home that feels lighter, a space where you can truly breathe, and a sanctuary that welcomes you every single day. We've covered the why now. Let's focus on the how. Our follow-up video reveals 6 expert organizing tips that guarantee you utilize every inch of your space.